The purpose of terrorism lies not just in the violent act itself. It is in producing terror. It sets out to inflame, to divide, to produce consequences which they then use to justify further terror. With this quote from the former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, I welcome you to the Gavel. I'm Linda Akibe. Now, federal lawmakers in the Senate and the House of Representatives have gone on a long recess, but pockets of activities are still going on in the National Assembly. The House of Representatives Committee on Environment is investigating the impact of non-adherence of some agencies to environmental standards in their operations. But the investigative hearing got off on a rocky start. Let's find out what happened.
The House Committee on Environment has given the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, 3 working days until Thursday, 5th of August to submit to it relevant documents pertaining to environmental impact management, environmental audits, and certificates for all projects carried out by the agency from 2012 till date. An investigative meeting between the committee and NIMASA was stalled Thursday as a result of the failure by the Director General of the agency, Mr. Patrick Akpobolokemi, to appear before the committee and failure by the agency to also submit the relevant document despite a 3 weeks notice. The committee is investigating the impact of non-adherence of some agencies to environmental standards in their operations as raised in a motion brought before the House of Representatives recently. Chairman of the committee, Uche Ekwinife, said the agency's action is a waste of legislative hours and a show of negligence on sensitive issues such as environmental hazards and a threat to human life.
We should have used this time for benefit of Nigerians that we are serving. But we have wasted this time today just because of unseriousness on your own part, not on our part. Because if I had gotten this yesterday, probably because of the way we've been partnering with your agency, I would have told you, send this letter back to the DG to sign it and send to us. But at this point, there is no remedy at all. And we are talking about an issue that has to do with life and death. Environmental impact assessment, which you have not been adhering to. And for the fact that you have this kind of voluminous booklets to give to us, you know we are meeting with you today. Yes. We are very much aware that members are going to deliberate on this.
The 3-man team from the Maritime Agency, led by the Director of Marine Environment, Mr. Moses Adewale, could not satisfactorily answer to the committee's interrogation on the whereabouts of the Director General and why he was absent at the meeting despite the notice.
Where did the DG go to? Did he travel abroad? And if he traveled abroad, we need all these documents showing that he traveled abroad. And because we need those documents that he traveled abroad, that is why I abdicated coming to today. Those documents must be shown to this honorable committee too. And thirdly, Mr. Chairman and my fellow colleagues, you are aware very strongly that organizations that are operating under agencies, DGs, and all what have you, any other position less than DG is not acceptable by us.
If the DG is outside the country, you will see the evidence.
I said, where did the DG go to?
He's in US. I've told you. I said he's traveled.
When did he travel?
In fact, before the start of the holiday. We have Monday to, I think he did on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. The executive director that signed that letter, they went together. The ED will have been here with us.
What day did the DG travel?
That was on Tuesday. No, I know.
Last week?
No, this week, sir.
He didn't travel after receiving this letter.
Today is Thursday.
Yes.
It's about 3 days ago. No, we bring that evidence.
He didn't travel after receiving this letter.
Yeah, it was this Tuesday, 3 days ago. US was with the ED for assignment. It is now.
Committee members expressed disappointment over what they tagged gross negligence on the part of the agency, saying the DG cannot have any other engagement more important than the meeting with the Parliament.
I would expect that if you receive it on the 10th of July, all the information that we need is something that you should already have. So it is something that should be immediate. You are sending us this documents now. I don't know how you want us to sit down and go through these documents and be able to ask you reasonable questions. It's going to be basically impossible. Secondly, Madam Chair, the custom or the tradition of the House is to make sure the head of the agency comes himself.
The letter was written to you on the 10th of July to come and send documents, and you appear before the House. You are given a deadline of 25th of July. You exceeded the 25th. You are invited to come today. That's the day you are bringing the documents. It does not show any form of seriousness. Yeah, you might be the people that authored it, you are the people that defend it, but we must understand what you are being given. They just want to pull the wool over our eyes, and I think that we refuse to accept it.
Consequent upon submissions by committee members, the chairman of the committee, Uche Ekwunife, said the meeting will be rescheduled. She gave the team until Tuesday to submit all relevant documents, as well as for the DG to make an appearance before the committee.
Also communicate to him that we frown at the manner and process of the submission we've made to this committee. While we appreciate his contribution in the marine sector, we also hope that he should not take this committee for granted. And when you are coming next week, the issues we raised here, especially the environmental impact assessment, all the processes, environmental impact assessment certificates on all your projects, I hope your next submission will carry all the information that we need, not just the ones you want to comment.
The Senate Committee on Environment also met with representatives of the Hydrocarbon Pollution Restoration Project, but not over environmental issues. Let's find out.